Welcome to the channel. My name is Crow, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the announcement in China that season 2 is actually coming out on October 30th. This is big. I've been waiting for season 2 for a long time. It actually did get delayed, so hopefully there is some good content in it. If you guys didn't know, we have been stuck in season 1. Season 1 has basically been nothing but a bug fest, just fixing a bunch of stuff in the game, so hopefully a lot of season 2 can address that. But if you guys are new to the channel, leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't yet already. We're going to be going on Maxroll today to actually check out the article posted by Nico. Maxroll is also a website you guys can use for a lot of information if you guys are unaware about the game. But let's start this off. So season 2 teaser part 1, they are releasing a part 2 about this because more information is actually coming out. So in China, it's going to release on October 30th. And then apparently it's going to be new dungeons, raids, enemies, events, new content, and more areas to explore. As long as they can release a city that actually has correct roofing on top, then that would be awesome. Let's go over the enemy and content. So overwhelming critical feedback from all regions about the combat and Blue Protocol. Okay, so enemy optimization express that enemies don't feel very threatening. Lack of tension and stress, which is true, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I would say for dungeon challenges, this is very interesting because now that Global has a hand of the game, and then C is actually going to get the game a little bit later this month, and then JP is getting the game next month, I believe. I would argue and say now that Global has a hand in it, they would agree that maybe the bosses that we have right now, mechanic wise, are kind of you know, they're already kind of hard for some people, and it's hard when you have to do a random party. Now the bosses really aren't really that hard if you make your own party and everyone knows mechanics, but you have to consider, you know, random parties and what that means. But okay, towards enemies, wild bosses, it's kind of weird because the whole meta of Blue Protocol is auto mode, and you don't want not world boss, but you don't want like the field bosses to be too hard because then people are dying when they're supposed to be in auto. But I believe you still get the rewards anyways when you do die if you're hitting a boss. So there's room for everything, but dungeons, I don't mind that. So after reviewing action logs from season 1, some enemy attack patterns were oversimplified or repeated, became redundant. Yeah, a lot of people I've seen have not liked this. They hate that. Just the old world feels like a nothing burger. Like there's nothing that really feels, you know, nothing that really feels like that anime open world phenomenon when it comes to enemies. So in addition, lead enemies and wild bosses might exhibit new behaviors such as just attack frequencies, reaction speeds. So yeah, make it feel like it's actually something that's worth a bunch of people coming together and actually be able to kill a boss and feel rewarded for it, you know? So I get it. So improve team coordination and the solo experience. Solo challenge mode, 2-player challenge mode will be added in this new version. Interesting. Simulation terminal, enemies and difficulties mechanics display will scale depending on the number of participants. Can be more freedom to choose preferred playstyle. Interesting. Okay. So adding a little bit of flexibility here, maybe adding, you know, people can start doing speed runs now, maybe Stormblade speed runs, maybe solo, maybe adding a healer in to do solo with a healer, certain buffs. It could be interesting. Especially duo content. I feel like a lot of people would just rather run duos than 4 at some point. All right, body customization, response to player feedback, not being able to change their body type. That's awesome. And then down here, also able to change your gender in the future. So that's good. And it gives more freedom for people to do what they want, because honestly, choosing the body type and not be able to choose it after that, when you finally see that body type may not be for you, kind of sucks. Also, please add different voices. I beg of you, please. No one wants to play a heavy guardian and sound like an isekai character, please. Homestead optimizations. Now, this is big. Okay. This is big because I believe a lot of people are going to be involved in housing. for Blue Protocol. So let's see. In active development, implementing updates throughout the new season, and the latest build, you'll now be able to visit each other's homesteads and islands with the release of season 2. That's awesome. All right, changing, being able to visit islands, homestead, multi-place interface. Okay, new furniture placement functions, material tracking for life skills, furniture crafting, and homestead commissions. That is amazing because I feel like so many people just forget about Homestead because there's nothing really popping out and telling you like, hey, your Homestead, like no one really cares unless it's in front of your face. The last thing they have posted here is gear adjustments. Okay, so gear obtainment is being refined in season 2, adjusted the attributes and drop sources of multiple gear types. Some items that previously came only from wild bosses may now be crafted or obtained for future side quests. Ooh, okay. Gear enhancement is now shared across multiple sets. That's amazing. First of all, that's gear enhancement is now shared across multiple sets. That's great. Okay, that gives more flexibility now to do different builds. That was always a problem with, say, I want to play Heavy Guardian, but I want to also do block. Well, I don't want to actually, have to enhance a whole new set, with a whole different set of materials. But now I'm able to actually change my class and maybe play something that I feel fits more for me in the end game. That's great. You can now swap between gear loadouts. Also amazing. Okay, gear loadouts I feel like are a must in 2025. There's no game that should ever be out that does not have a loadout system. It's so annoying to change out everything and then change it back. And then added recommended attribute tags to help you choose the right gear for your loadout. Awesome. That helps people, that maybe it's their first time playing MMOs. There's so many people their first time playing MMOs and Blue Protocol. I've seen it so many times. Like so many people from gacha games or just from open world anime games, but they never really played an MMO when it comes to the gearing aspects and all the currencies. It becomes a lot confusing for people. So something to really hold their hand on the basics is always nice. Obviously, in the end game, people will know that other stats are just better in general and not just fixing on 2 stats. Like Heavy Guardian is versatility and mastery, but a lot of people don't know that the third best stat is haste. So those are just nice things you can figure out for yourself, but it's always nice that they can handhold on the basics of a class so you're not, falling behind and it doesn't really affect other people when you are partying. And gear sorting and comparison interfaces have been improved. Nice. So over the next few months, Blue Protocol development team will continue to improve and expand various systems based on player feedback. Here are some upcoming plans considering new open world region, nice, larger maps with new biomes, interactive environments. Okay, guild collaboration and co-op content. Awesome, because guild feels like a nothing fest right now. Feels like nothing, but like you guys want to do guild hunt, but you also don't need to group for guild hunt. So pet and companion systems where you'll be able to capture, raise, and fight alongside creatures, pets. Oh my god, bro. I knew it. I knew they were going to monetize even harder. Where's the pet gotcha? I mean, am I wrong though? Am I wrong? There's no way. There's no way they don't do a pet gotcha, right? Like there's no way. Unless it has to do at home. There's 2 ways this can go. Pet gotcha, or you hatch the pet from Homestead and then they get pet skins. Bro, they're so it's so crazy. Just the anime MMO genre. There's so many different ways that you can monetize. Like it's crazy. Like that's why I felt like they really did not need to do a monetization system of the imagines, because I feel like there's so many things that you could monetize instead. Like there's no way they're not releasing not pay to win, but designs for housing in the shop eventually, right? Or weapon skins. There's so many things. What if you can even design your emblem armband, right? You can just buy an emblem armband instead of the bunny face that we have. But anyways, continuation of main story, introducing new refreshing characters, which is awesome. A lot of people don't like the story. It's pretty basic, bare bone, honestly, in season one. I mean, it's just the nice guy that ended up turning bad, and then he ends up fighting his demons, and then he turns into a demon in the final boss. Sorry for spoilers, but yeah, it's pretty basic. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. I just wanted to go over the season 2 announcement in China, which I am excited for. I feel like I've been enjoying Blue Protocol. I'm not gonna lie, even though it's gonna be a while till we get to the end game, right? And then we have Masters content coming out for a bit, but I've been enjoying it. I've even though maybe it's because I make content and I enjoy making content and I enjoy helping you guys out. Even I still like playing the game in general. I love doing, monster hunts. I'm actually gonna start doing, silver hunts as well. Like I love being in the Discord, getting pinged, oh, get this hunt, get that hunt. It's something just fun to do, It's something different on the market. We don't really get these kind of games often, and I feel like we should just admire these games because they're not gonna come often. We might not see a large scale anime MMO for a while. And this is not really large scale, it's just a mobile anime game that happens to be on PC, but what else do we really have? So why not we just enjoy it and, just don't rip it to shreds. Obviously rip it to shreds if, it deserves it, right? There's always good criticism to help a game improve, which, from what I've just seen right there in the content, looks like they want to improve. So that's always good news. But anyways, enough of the app. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't yet already. Day 7 is tomorrow, so I'll be sure to do all my side quests and try to be at max level to get you guys updated as well on that as soon as possible in the morning when I make a video. And we get the new dungeon, I will do a guide on that as well. But I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.